do you believe men or women have it easier in life, and why?
Señorita Venezuela, ¿cree usted que la vida es más fácil para los hombres o para las mujeres? ¿Y por qué lo crees?
Well, actually, God made us to share and to have difference. But the big difference between women and men, doesn't matter with the kind of life they live, is that men think, they think that the faster way to go to a point is go straight. Women know that the faster way to go to a point is go through the curve and fixing every curve. Thank you.
Thank you.
Venezuela.
Dominican Republic, please.
In many parts of the world, obstacles still exist that impede women from achieving their goals in some corporations. What can women do to overcome this?
En muchas partes del mundo existen aún obstáculos que no le permiten a las mujeres llegar a cargos altos en corporaciones. ¿Qué puedes hacer tú para cambiar esto?
Yo creo que hoy en día ya las mujeres hemos superado bastantes obstáculos. Y pienso
I believe that nowadays we women have overcome many obstacles, and I do believe
que ya hemos llegado al nivel de los hombres.
that we have reached the same level as men have.
Tenemos que darnos cuenta que ya no existen fronteras entre nosotros.
We must realize that there are no longer any barriers amongst us.
In your opinion, what effect is unsupervised internet use having on today's youth?
En tu opinión, exactamente, ¿qué impacto tiene el uso no supervisado del Internet en la juventud del día de hoy?
Buenas noches, Las Vegas. Bueno, creo que el Internet es una herramienta realmente necesaria, indispensable en estos tiempos, en estos momentos.
Well, I do believe that Internet is an indispensable, necessary tool for the present time.
Y definitivamente tenemos que cuidar lo que nuestros hijos ven, lo que nuestros adolescentes ven, y bueno, simplemente inculcarles desde jóvenes que, bueno, valores y todo este tipo de cosas que se aprenden en la familia.
And we must be very careful and watch over what our children watch and see, our teenagers watch and see, and we must be sure to teach them the values that we learn as a family.
Para que ellos puedan hacer un buen uso del Internet.
So that they may use Internet properly.
Gracias.
If you could change one of your physical characteristics, which one would it be and why?
Se você pudesse mudar alguma das suas características físicas, qual característica você mudaria e por quê?
Boa noite, São Paulo. Graças a Deus, eu estou muito satisfeita do jeito que Deus me fez. Gosto de mim assim, não mudaria absolutamente nada.
Thank God, I am very well satisfied with the way that God created me, and I wouldn't change a thing.
Considero uma menina bonita por dentro. Tenho os meus princípios, os meus valores.
I consider myself a woman endowed with inner beauty. I have my principles.
Aqueles que eu adquiri da minha família, pois sinto que fui muito bem educada e assim que eu pretendo ser a vida toda.
I have acquired many wonderful principles from my family, and I plan to follow these through the rest of my life. Give all of you a piece of advice. Respect one another.
What is something you have done that you would never do again?
Okay, well, first I'd like to start off by saying that every experience, no matter what it is, good or bad, you'll learn from it. That's just life. But something I've done I've regretted would probably be picking on my siblings growing up, because you appreciate them so much more as you grow older, you get closer with your family, but everybody fights with their siblings, right? So, but I don't regret it.
There they are, right there,
Thank
waving
you,
to you.
USA.
They're like, thanks.
What is your biggest fear and how do you plan to overcome it?
¿Cuál es el temor mayor que tienes y cómo piensas sobreimponerte a ese temor?
Yo creo que uno tiene muchos temores, sin embargo, esto no es negativo.
I believe that one may have a lot of fears, but nonetheless, this is nothing negative.
Yo pienso que los temores los tenemos que sobrepasar y que estos nos hagan cada día más fuertes.
I believe we should overcome all of our fears, and this in turn would make us much stronger.
Y de esta manera volvernos mejor personas. Al momento que asumimos nuestros miedos, somos más fuertes y capaces de enfrentarnos a cualquier reto.
And thusly, we can become stronger persons. As soon as we overcome our fears and we're sure of ourselves, we can face any challenge.
Thank you.
Venezuela, thank you very much. And
all the time people ask you, what can men learn from women? But I'd like to know, what could women learn from men?
Probablemente a ti siempre te preguntan qué pueden aprender los hombres de las mujeres. Pero yo te quiero preguntar, ¿qué pueden aprender las mujeres de los hombres?
Pienso que las mujeres, pues, es una pregunta muy difícil.
I believe that women, that's quite a tough question.
Pienso que todavía existen hombres que creen en la igualdad.
I believe there's still men who believe in equality.
Y eso es lo que pienso que las mujeres deberían aprender de los hombres.
And I believe that that is what women should learn from men.
Okay. Here we are. Why should you be the next Miss Universe?
To be a Miss Universe is both an honor and a responsibility. If I were to be Miss Universe, I will use my voice to influence the youth, and I would raise awareness to certain causes like HIV awareness that is timely and relevant to my country, which is the Philippines. I want to show the world, the universe rather, that I am confidently beautiful with a heart. Thank you.
J'ai échoué plusieurs fois dans ma vie.
I failed several times in my life.
J'ai cru échouer pendant ma première année de médecine parce qu'au départ, je n'étais pas sur la liste.
So I thought that I failed the first time that I went out on a casting because my name wasn't on the list.
Et l'après-midi même, j'ai été m'acheter un nouveau livre de médecine.
And the very next day, I found that I was in a new book.
Je pense que quand on échoue, il faut continuer, il faut se relever. Et je pense qu'on est toutes capables de le faire. Si ce soir, je ne gagne pas, c'est pas pour autant que demain, je n'aurai pas le sourire parce que je fais partie des 3 finalistes.
So I think that when you fail, you have to be elevated and you have to try again and keep going. If tonight I'm not one of the winners, I will still have had the great honor of being one of the 3 finalists.
J'ai beaucoup appris quand j'ai cru échouer. Et heureusement pour moi, finalement, j'ai eu ma première année de médecine.
So I think that I have failed before, but for me, this is the great first opportunity.
What quality in yourself are you most proud of? And how will you apply that quality to your time as Miss Universe?
As Miss Universe, you have to be confident in who you are as an individual. And Miss Universe is a woman that has overcome many fears. And by that, she is able to help other women overcome their fears. She is a woman that nothing is ever too much to ask for. And I think that is exactly who I am. Thank you.
What is the most important lesson you've learned in your life, and how would you apply it to your time as Miss Universe?
I work a lot in the slums of Tondo, Manila, and the life there is it's poor and it's very sad. And I've always taught myself to look for the beauty in it, to look in the beauty in the faces of the children and to be grateful. And I would bring this aspect as a Miss Universe to see situations with a silver lining and to assess where I could give something, where I could provide something as a spokesperson. And this, I think, if I could teach also people to be grateful, we could have an amazing world where negativity could not grow and foster, and children would have a smile on their face. Thank you.
What is the most important thing we should be teaching young girls today?
I think the most important thing we should be teaching young girls today is leadership. It's something that has been lacking in young girls and women for a very long time, not because we don't want to, but because of what society has labeled women to be. I think we are the most powerful beings on the world, and that we should be given every opportunity, and that is what we should be teaching these young girls, to take up space. Nothing as important as taking up space in society and cementing yourself. Thank you.
I believe there's not a perfect way to handle this hard situation, such as COVID-19. However, I believe that what I would have done was create the lockdown even before everything was that big, because we lost so many lives and we cannot afford that. We have to take care of our people. That's why I would have taken care of them since the beginning.
What advice would you give to young women watching on how to deal with the pressures they face today?
Well, I think the biggest pressure the youth of today is facing is to believe in themselves. To know that you are unique and that's what makes you beautiful. Stop comparing yourselves with others and let's talk about more important things that's happening worldwide. I think this is what you need to understand. Come out, speak for yourself because you are the leader of your life. You are the voice of your own. I believed in myself and that's why I'm standing here today. Thank you.
Thank you.
If you win Miss Universe, how would you work to demonstrate this as an empowering and progressive organization?
Well, I would use it to be a transformational leader. As a very passionate designer, been sewing for 13 years, I use fashion as a force for good. In my industry, I'm cutting down on pollution through recycled materials when I make my clothing. I teach sewing classes to women that have survived from human trafficking and domestic violence. And I say that because it is so important to invest in others, invest in our community, and use your unique talent to make a difference. We all have something special, and when we plant those seeds to other people in our life, we transform them, and we use that as a vehicle for change.